Loesch, nationally syndicated radio host, joins us tonight. Dana, good to have you. 30% of Minnesota's budget spent on welfare. They just rolled out another program, 12 weeks of paid family leave or medical leave. You can just say, I want to take care of my grandma, and you can get 12, maybe as much as 20 weeks of paid leave from the state. And with that, they want to import the rest of the world. I suspect that anybody could see how ridiculous this is.
It's, as you said, it's completely unsustainable. And the amount of fraud that has taken place, over $1 billion. And just so everyone knows, it's actually probably going to exceed that. That's just the estimation of how much taxpayer money has been funneled in through this and wasted. That's just what they're, and that's also, I should add, just in Minnesota. It came out that Maine is dealing with the exact same thing with Maine Cares, the state's Medicaid there, where it was discovered that a Somali national was bilking the state out of millions, tens of millions of dollars in a similar fashion. So this is probably more nationally widespread than ever thought, but they kept it really well under wraps in Minnesota because you have a governor who was very vengeful and who threatened and had retribution for these whistleblowers who had no other recourse except to go on social media on an account and tell the world about what was happening. So I think it's great that we're having House oversight get involved in this. I think it's great that the Treasury is investigating and the FBI. And I'll point out, you know, Rob, you were playing all of these sound bites of people saying that it's racist to note and observe this crime that's being committed. Of the convictions so far, all but 2 were actually Somali nationals in Minnesota. And of the 86 that are charged, 78 of them are Somali nationals. And they're all part of this diaspora that's been brought in. I mean, it's shameful. So instead of attacking the people who are calling this out, they should be trying to help the taxpayer.
You know, it's going to turn into a race thing, and the president today, you know, he had some words, and you knew it was going to become like this. But I want to play this from a guy named Wajahat Ali, a New York Times contributor, the son of Pakistani immigrants to this country, somebody that should be very grateful to be here and not in Pakistan. Here's what he thinks of the country that he lives in. Take a listen.
You have lost. You lost. The mistake that you made is you let us in the first place. Then we have kids, a bunch of kids. And then guess what? Some white women, you know, the Western civilization women, the pure women, the American women, quote unquote, the Rust Belt women, the real women, they like some of us brown folks. We don't take them. They come to us. We're embedded. We are everywhere. You are losers. Your story is a story filled with misery. It's filled with bland chicken. It's filled with terrible, terrible dry meat. Your music sucks. All your culture sucks.
I notice he's not in Pakistan when he says all of this, right?
That sounds racist. It sounds pretty racist to me. You know, when I hear those remarks, he's the one who's obsessed with race and racial animus. I mean, the people who are pointing out, by the way, those taxpayers affected are also brown people in Minnesota. Taxpayers in Maine, also brown individuals. All across the United States of America, because federal money went into these programs in Minnesota, also brown individuals. But I guess that's just not convenient for him to mention in his race-baiting diatribe. That's shameful. And if the New York Times had any kind of self-awareness or integrity, they would let this person go. It's not about cancellation. You know, it's FAFO. If you want to talk like this and you want to push division and racial bigotry, by all means you can, but everybody else can sit here and point it out. And if the New York Times is fine having that under their masthead, that says quite a lot about the old gray lady.